Hey GED students, it's GED question of the daytime, and we're getting a little deeper into this area of writing equations of lines. So let's take a look at the question. It says write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. And I'll remind you that that is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form is located on your GED formula sheet, and it tells us that it's this form, y equals mx plus b. And I'll remind you as well that we said you have to know this. M stands for the slope of the line, and B stands for the y-intercept. So whenever you want to turn this generic equation of a line into a specific lines equation, you have to turn M and B into numbers. Once they're numbers, you have the specific equation of a line. So let's take a look at what we know about this line. It says that our line has a slope of 1. Hey, that makes me cheer. I know the slope is 1. And then they give me this other random thing. They say that runs through -2, 4. And I hope you guys know, seeing this here with the parentheses, that's a point. How did I know it was a point? Because I saw these parentheses with these two values separated by a comma. That's how mathematicians write about points. And if you don't know that, I suggest you go back and watch the intro to the coordinate plane video, full-length class video on that. But here we have a point and we have a slope. Now, I told you that to go from a generic y equals mx plus b equation of a line to a specific, you have to find out what the slope is. And we know our slope. It's 1, so I can replace that m with a 1. But you also have to know what the b is, and that is unfortunate in this case because they didn't give me what I need. I need the b. The b stands for the y-intercept. Nowhere in this problem do they tell me what the y-intercept is, and so a lot of students will just give up right here. They didn't give me what I need. No, they didn't give you what you need, but they gave you something that could let you find what you need. Take a look at this point over here. Think about what a point is. A point is a specific x and y value. Now, you know, a line is more than one point. It's a lot of points. A line is an infinite number of points that are all connected. But the good news is any point on the line, any one point on the line, like that point, for example, will make this equation true. So what I am going to do here is I am going to use what I know to find what I don't know. If this is a specific x, and this is a specific y, I can plug those values in for x and y and use this equation to solve for b. Now, if you do this a different way, I know there's another way to do this. You feel free to do it your way. This is the way I prefer, and so this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to replace the y with 4. My m was 1 because they told me my slope was 1. My x is -2. And again, I'm just pulling that from here. X is -2, y is 4. And now I don't know what my b is, but because I was able to replace all my other letters in this equation, I'm going to be able to use it to solve for b. So good first rule of algebra is to simplify before you solve. 1 times -2 is -2 plus b. Now if I want to isolate this, get b alone, I'm going to have to get rid of this -2. I'm going to add 2 to make it 0 out. 4 plus 2 is 6, and I find out that my b, my y-intercept, is 6. So now I know my m. And I know my b. But don't just stop here, guys. What do they want as my final answer? They want my final answer as the equation of a line. The equation of a line. So now that I know what my m and my b are, I'm going to come plug them back in to the y equals mx plus b equation, the slope-intercept form of a line. Let's do it. So when I'm talking about the equation of the line, I leave y, but I replace m with a number, and we said that my m was 1, so I'll replace it with 1. I leave x, but then I'm going to replace my b with the b that I solved for. I had found out that b was 6, so I'm going to put plus 6 here. And look how I'm using that same equation twice. First, I used it to find b, but now that I know b and m, I'm plugging them back in to my slope-intercept form. Now, this is correct, but it is not yet done because it's not simplified. The GED and your math teachers are going to expect that you can simplify 1 times x. 1 shoved up against x means that 1 and x are multiplying. And they're going to expect that you know how to multiply 1 times anything. Like, for example, 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 11 is 11. When you multiply by 1, nothing happens. So guess what? 1 times x is just x. So y is equal to x plus 6 is my final answer, and I'm done. This is an equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Nice. If you have any questions about this or any other GED math concept, be sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it.